Carvers Creek State Park. I don't know if you can see it now, but across the mill pond, it's about a 100-acre mill pond. But as you cross it, the pavilion, that wooden structure, we'll try to get a better picture later. They call it the pavilion. They got picnic tables under it. That was actually the 1800s sawmill. And they had a grist mill out here, and this is the Long Valley Farm section. There's 2 trails out here. It's day use only, and the 2 trails were old farm roads, and the Long Valley Farm operated here, and now it's been donated as a state park. But when the grist mill, they used it for cornmeal and flour, and they sold it under the Long Valley Farm name. Rockefeller, one of the Rockefellers lived here, has an estate here. The house is still here, 11 room estate, like 19,000 square foot big. And he was a 1924 Olympic gold medalist for rowing. He loved to swim out here in the mill pond and all that. So it's a pretty cool area. We're going to check it out. But there's a sandhill access about 15 minutes to 20 minutes away. That has about 10 miles of trails out there, and you can bring horses there and bike or hike. But no camping, just day use at both sites. There's the mill pond to fish here. Ethan already caught a bluegill, and we're gonna fish it a little bit and work our way around, see what else we can see on this property. Then we'll go to Sandhills and access a pond or 2 there and see what we come up with. Check it out, all the cypress trees. And this is one of the first state parks that opened up in the Sandhills region. Nice little pier they built in, and the trails are low mileage here. A couple miles of trails is all they have on the longleaf farm access, but really pretty site. So we're going to hit some of these buildings and then work our way back to the car and hit the Sandhills access for just a little while. Check it out. We got a largemouth bass out here at the mill pond. So yeah, we got a bluegill, now a largemouth bass. Check it out, fish number 3. We're just messing around this mill pond. Check this out, guys.
Nice bass, largemouth. Yeah, pretty cool.
Beautiful largemouth bass. One of our go-to rigs is the rooster tail. All right, we'll keep you updated.
The hook in a second. All right.
Check that out.
Caught a pickerel. Cool.
pickerel. Got one. That's our first time catching one of those, so he got him one. Even though it's small, it's still cool.
Oh yeah.
What do you think, man?
Pretty cool.
Look at that.
The size of your hand. Quite literally the size of your hand.
That's fish number 5, and that's one massive bluegill. Look at that, man.
Hey, this is the Rockefeller's old house that they used to live in. It faces the mill pond.
Another view of the pavilion. They're doing some work on it, so it's the pavilion's closed off right now, but that was the old sawmill from the 1800s, 1850s. But that's what it looks like. Way back in the distance behind the 1850s old sawmill, which is now a pavilion, is the grist mill. It's still there, but it's not accessible at this point in time. I guess they're doing some work on it to help preserve access over there.
This right here is what they call an edge habitat. It's what happens between a pine forest and before the actual forest starts.
Yep, so you got your pine forest on one side, which is up here. On the other side, you're looking at a grassy meadow. So the two come together. They call it edge habitat. But this is what the trails look like. Like I said, here at the Long Valley access, these are old farm roads. But yeah, we ended up fishing the mill pond.
Yep.
Caught 5 fish. We could not access the grist mill.
No.
They're doing some
Construction.
construction or restoration out there. They made the new dam here at the mill pond. The old original dam was wiped out back several years ago, and they had to redo the dam. So the mill pond was pretty cool. Pickerel, whatever you call it, is in there. Bass, bluegill. So yeah, we had a pretty good fishing day. We're gonna go to Sandhills access. That's where you can pick up some mileage if you like to hike long miles. You can go get 10 miles there. Long Valley, you'll probably get 2 miles or so. And then of course, just day use only at both. You'll hit military helicopters from time to time, fly over. It's not that far from Fort Bragg. So we'll hit you up when we get to the Sandhills access. Check out a trail there. We're gonna do part of a trail and try to locate a small pond and fish there a few minutes or see what happens. And then we'll get back to you. Sandhills access of
That's
Carter's
right.
Creek. So we're going to enter it and hit Longleaf Pine Trail out here is the main trail. But again, most of the trails come off of it. Over 10 miles of hiking out here, biking, and some horse allowed out here. And we're going to try to find a small pond and fish it. So we'll catch you as we hike on down the trail a little ways and see what we find out. Hey,
What's going on, guys? The longleaf trees have big pine cones. Monster pine cones.
where the seeds at?
The seeds are at the bottom. They just come off.
Cool.
And right here, we got some wiregrass. Spot looks like wire.
Kind of gives you an idea of wire. Bunch of wiregrass growing through here. And control burns.
Yep. The trees are black because of control.
You can see the black bark
Charge it.
on some of the trees out here. So they do control burns too, and that helps burn the pine cones and release those seeds for the growth of long leaf pine trees.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. Another little feature of this habitat. And you got the fox squirrel out here and the red cockaded woodpecker out here. So a little bit something different if you don't live out here. So, and we did catch 5 fish total, and we had a good time just to explore for a day trip. So we'll catch you later.